right, this is Kevin Rashid Johnson. This is a follow-up statement with respect to my continued abuse of confinement in an empty, unlighted, solitary confinement cell. I've been held in an empty cell and without any property or working lights since June 30th, 2023. The initial pretext for this abuse here at Virginia Sussex 1 State Prison was that I was under investigation and my belongings were to be searched by the prison's investigator. A search was performed and completed on July 7th, 2023, consisting of the admitted search of my confidential legal documents outside my presence, which was illegal. On July 5th, 2023, I sent out a statement about this abuse and the denial of my legal property, which I need to meet impending court deadlines and to prepare for a scheduled federal trial. In response, complaints were made by the public to officials. After this, on July 11th, I was confronted by the solitary confinement unit manager, E. Green, who informed me that the prison's warden, Kevin McCoy, states he was having my personal belongings held, quote, because a lot of people have been calling, end quote, about my mistreatment. This after Green had stated 6 days before, on July 5th, in reply to a written complaint I filed, that I would receive my legal property. This was an admission that my things are being held as illegal retaliation for the public exercising their constitutional rights to question, be informed about, and peacefully protest against disagreeable government practices. So here we have 3 illegal actions compounded by officials whose role is supposed to be law enforcement, namely unlawful conditions of solitary confinement, an unlawful search, and unlawful retaliation. Also a demonstrated effort by a prison warden to operate and commit abuses in secrecy and to suppress the public from knowing what their government is up to, a typical autocratic fascist mindset that runs counter to the basic democratic principles. And it is fitting, particularly where this warden, Kevin McCoy, originated as a guard from Red Onion State Prison, a Virginia prison that gained almost instant national notoriety for racism and abuse of its predominantly black prisoner population by a totally white staff from the moment it opened in 1998. And readers can, or listeners can, refer to a report that was written by Human Rights Watch in 1999 titled Red Onion State Prison, Super Maximum Security Confinement in Virginia. Red Onion State Prison was one of 2 still unneeded Supermax prisons, the others being Wallens Ridge State Prison, constructed in the mountains of remote racially segregated Wise County, Virginia, where all manner of overt racist abuses have been freely inflicted out of the public eye ever since. McCoy and a series of other seasoned abusers from these Wise County prisons have been migrated to predominantly black staff prisons like Sussex 1 across the state and appointed as wardens and regional heads, where, like the old apartheid system of South Africa, a statewide racist regime has been entrenched, with blacks as the rank-and-file abusers working under racist white administrators. This while all newly constructed Virginia prisons are, like Red Onion and Wallens Ridge, strategically located in remote, racially segregated regions of the state, often in sundown towns. This is the ethic that informs the present administration of Sussex 1 and the conditions of abuse I am enduring, which only comes full circle to revive the sort of abuses I endured, exposed, and resisted for decades in Virginia's prisons until Virginia officials had me transferred out of state in 2012 to suffer similar abuses and even efforts to have me killed in other states, only to be returned nearly a decade later when no other states would take me, to then endure Virginia officials' efforts to kill me by deliberately leaving me with untreated prostate cancer for over a year and a half. Of course, I'm not deterred, and neither should you be. Public complaints should not only continue, but increase. Please share this message far and wide, and make your opposition to the blatant conditions of torturous abuse of solitary confinement I am facing known to these officials. Dare to struggle, dare to win. All power to the people.